Hey, Tank, man, you sick, man. You a little nigga, man. You better stay down there with them little niggas, man. Go worry about Lomachenko or the nigga you about to fight. Like, man, you too little, man. I will fuck you up like Faison Love did the employee in the airport, boy. You know you can't fuck with me, boy. Matter of fact, I got a 135 pounder that'll beat your ass, boy. He a world champion too, Robert. Yeah, Bunny, nigga. You know what's up, nigga. You can't fuck with us, man. Quit playing, man. I looked at you like a little brother, and then I ain't really that mad at you because you just a little nigga who was easily influenced. Like I'm really mad at that nigga Floyd because he got you doing this gay ass shit. The same nigga that called me and told me he don't fuck with you, nigga. So I see why he wants you to fight me so I can beat your ass because he know that you can't beat me, nigga. You tripping, nigga, and you supposed to be from the streets. How you gonna let a fuck nigga turn you on me? Nigga, I do whatever for you. Same nigga that'll blow a motherfucker in the head for you, nigga. That's some gay ass shit. Floyd, you a bitch. Yeah. But I would have did more though.
You think they underusing Tank? You think not using, but you know what I mean? They're underfighting him. You think that they moving him too slow?
Nah, it's more than that, man. You know, you got Floyd, and then you know they don't like each other.
Floyd and who? Tank?
Yeah, they don't. They really don't. They like I said, we different. Me and Tank, we the same nigga. So.
Well, Baltimore,
you know,
Cincinnati.
he a little bit more quiet than
Baltimore,
me.
Cincinnati. Floyd ain't cut
Yeah.
like y'all. Don't owe me nothing. I don't owe Floyd anything. So my truth is what it is, and it just looked like he a hating ass motherfucker.
One thing with him,
when it come down to seeing y'all young fellas come
one
up.
thing, one thing is like he'll want you to shine, but to a certain extent, to where he's still above what you doing.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying. So he'll get you to a certain point, but he don't want you to overpass where he's at. Is that what you're saying? And Tank, it could be that. You were coming up in his way. I mean, I remember when you called him out that one fight after Thea Fame. And, I mean, was that a real call out, bro? Was you trying to play jacks with this nigga with dominoes or spades, or was you trying to get him?
So I commented on the video. It was the video of Adrian Broner, you know, dissing Gervonta Davis. And under that video, I commented, I think Floyd might be trying to sabotage, you know, Tank's career. And I feel like, you know, that's the reason why him and Adrian didn't really get along, because Adrian kind of seen how fake Floyd was and shit like that. And, you know, I think that was part of the reason why he stopped hanging around him. And Adrian Broner even said in an interview one time, he said, you know, Tank don't even like Floyd like that. And then people was like surprised, like, what? It was like an Instagram live video. I'm going to try to see if I can find it. I'm going to add the clip in. But Gervonta Davis had responded back and said, Adrian don't know what he talking about. I think at the moment when I heard him say, when I saw him say he don't know what he talking about, I think he said that to kind of like, you know, like, dude, be quiet. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you saying stuff like that? Like, I'm trying to do business with this man. Even if I don't like him, don't say that, man. I'm trying to maintain a relationship with this dude at least. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think he appreciated him saying that. But that's beside the point. Tank recently just said his contract is up. Now, that kind of corroborates what I said, because I heard about the Mickey Bay situation. The Mickey Bay situation where he was pretty much explaining how Floyd and Mayweather Promotions and everything like that, they was like pretty much trying to, you know, hold his career back, stall his career out. You know, he wasn't getting the opportunities and things along that line. You can look this all up and things like that. He said it himself, you know. So I definitely think that this is another one of them instances. I think Floyd is trying to hold Gervonta Davis' career back, because, you know, the competition that Tank has fought has been pretty mediocre. I mean, the fighters that he's been fighting haven't been bad, but he could fight way better fighters and put on way better shows, you know what I'm saying, and elevate his career. Because if you fighting these low, unknown fighters, mediocre fighters, you know, that's only gonna take you so far. And I think they know that. They well aware of that. So that definitely goes in what Mickey Bay was saying about how they was trying to hold him back. I don't think Floyd wants somebody to pass him up, honestly. And that's why I don't really like Floyd like that no more. You know, I kind of seen him for what he really was. So I don't really rock with the dude like that. I mean, he was a great fighter. But as a person, that man, he just lame, bro. And I think Adrian Broner realized that too. And that's why you don't never see them out no more. You know, hanging around no more. But, you know, I definitely think that it might be something fishy because I always peep like fake energy from Floyd Mayweather. Like when he was down in that Mario Barrios fight, when Tank was down in the Mario Barrios fight, like I'm good at reading people. The way he was telling Tank he was down, he was saying like, "Oh, I believe in you, and stuff like that. It's like, you know, he was the tone of his voice to me sounded like he was prepared for him to lose that fight. So he was pretty much trying to give him that nudge, like, man, look, you can do it, man. You better win this fight, type shit. Like, that's the vibe that I got from that. I don't know. I just get fake vibes from Floyd. You know, like he say, I want the best for him, da 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 da, and all this other stuff. It's like, I don't really believe that. I think Floyd don't want nobody to pass his legacy up and his numbers up and things like that. He don't want nobody to. He feels very threatened and intimidated by other fighters' success. One of the main fighters he's intimidated by today is Canelo Alvarez. That's why this man got to talk about how he beat him every time Canelo got a fight. Or people are talking about Canelo. Talking about he's ducking Dave Benavidez. Like, shut up, okay? Shut up. You just saying that because you think, in like a lot of other people, he just saying that because he think that Dave Benavidez gonna beat Canelo, and if Dave Benavidez beat Canelo, that's gonna make Floyd feel better about himself. Like, the dude is a freaking weirdo, man. Like, I mean, I don't think he's a bad person, but he just got personality traits that I do not like. He rubbed me just lame, you know, and insecure and intimidated. You know, Canelo's success definitely intimidates Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? Definitely intimidates him, man. He don't like to see people above him, so he wouldn't want one of his fighters to be above him, and that's why I think he giving him the weak fights. You know, I wouldn't say weak fights, but, you know, I'm going to say like anticlimactic fights, you know, like fights that's really not going to elevate his career, you know. Like the Mario Barrios fight, for example. That wasn't a fight that would elevate his career, but it was potentially a fight that he could lose. You know what I'm saying? Because the dude was bigger than him and all them things like that. So that's a challenging fight. But it was nothing that was going to be a reward for him, really, because it didn't really benefit him that well. You know, in order for you to do good on pay-per-view, you have to feed into the fans and what they want. If the fans are requesting something, more than likely they're going to pay for it. You know, everybody's not going to pay for it, but you're going to do better numbers if you giving something that the fans actually want. Instead of these bullcrap fights, you fighting fucking Rolando Romero. No disrespect to that man, but come on. He needs a lot of improvements to make in his career and his skills and things like that before he's ready to fight anybody close to the top 10. So you wasting your career with Mayweather Promotions. And I've been saying this, and I was keeping hope that these guys had a plan for him, like some kind of master plan for this dude. But it's time for him to move on. Like, you know, he needs to start taking some higher risk in boxing, taking better fights. You know, I don't think the fighters that he's been fighting are bad, but I don't think they are as good as they could be. But I do believe Mayweather Promotions tried to make that Ryan Garcia fight. That Golden Boy turned down. They tried to make a Tevin Farmer fight. That Tevin Farmer turned down. But, you know, they not in a rush to put him in there with guys like a Tiafimo and Lomachenko, which would be a high-risk fight. I think the highest risk fight for a Tank would probably be Lomachenko. You know, the skills that Lomachenko possessed. But everybody else, man, you know, that's gonna be a great fight. So I think they kind of got him. I think they kind of distracted him with money. You know, they put the money in his face, like, oh, we can get you on pay-per-view and da-da-da-da, because that would explain why all these fights is on pay-per-view. You know, Isaac Cruz on pay-per-view, Rolly Romero on pay-per-view. Like, no, that's not pay-per-view worthy. And I rock with Tank heavy. You know what I'm saying? That's my second favorite fighter in boxing. But come on, that's not pay-per-view worthy fights, man. Not pay-per-view worthy fights. You know, he hasn't built himself up to that point to fight somebody like a Rolly Romero on pay-per-view, and that's gonna do good numbers. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, that's bull crap. It's really bull crap. But you know, but I was hopeful that the Isaac Cruz fight would just be like a entertaining fight. I was hoping for that, but you know, he boxed a certain way. I think Floyd is trying to sabotage this man's career. Like, he might say otherwise, but I think he's trying to sabotage his career because he don't want to see this man elevate. If I was Tank, I would leave Mayweather Promotions ASAP. As soon as my contract over, I would go on some freelance shit. Because you already got a name, you know. I'll just do what Errol Spence doing. It seems like nobody can stay with their promoters, you know. Sure, Oscar left top rank. Pacquiao left top rank. Floyd left top rank, you know. Canelo left Golden Boy. You know, Ryan Garcia been into it with his promoter. Like, promoter is, it's kind of like, to me, like signing to a record label. You know, I'd rather just keep all that money to myself, bro. Promote my own self, which is probably harder, but still, man. Or just partnership with somebody, you know. Partner with somebody and things like that. That's what I'd rather do. Promoters seem like sometimes they don't be having your best interest. I feel like promoters' best interest is themselves. How much money can they make out of you? You know what I mean? And I think that's why Bob Arum don't really like Crawford like that. Some he could have bought a mansion, you know, in Beverly Hills for the money he wasted on him and stuff. Like, yeah, you don't like him. You know, he more than willing to let Terrence Crawford go because Terrence Crawford ain't really profiting him that well. But I think if he leave Mayweather Promotions, his career gonna go to another level. Because I know for a fact that Tank and I scared to fight nobody in boxing. I think that they was intentionally trying to hold back his career because it could have been some fights that they could have made, even when guys wasn't available. Like, he could have made that Regis fight at 140. He could have made a couple different offers. He could have made because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that's willing to fight Tank at that weight class, at any weight class that he has fought at. So he tripping. He needs to leave Mayweather Promotions. I don't think they really got his best interest at heart. I think that money that he was making, that pay-per-view stuff, was just to distract him from what they were really trying to do. They were trying to sabotage his career. You know what I'm saying? So, and he got time for big fights. You know what I'm saying? All he got to do is be active, stay in the gym, stay focused, and he going to be straight, bro. But the number one thing he need to do after this fight is leave Mayweather Promotions. Them niggas do not got his best interest, bro. He need to get up out of there. Because they not trying to see his career go far. They not trying to see him become an all-time great. You know, I think they kind of like trying to protect him. Not protect him, but I think they trying to like protect Floyd, like manhood or what the fuck you want to call it, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Floyd don't want to see nobody pass him up, and that's what I think. So I would not. And I even seen on that note, I seen Richardson Hitchens say, you know, he signed to Mayweather Promotions. He said he just recently said in an interview that his promoters don't believe in him the way that they should. He don't even fight like that. Like, I remember looking up Richardson Hitchens. I'm like, damn, where's Richardson Hitchens at? Like, I ain't seen Richardson Hitchens in a minute. He not getting the fights he's supposed to be getting. It's like, man, like, what are you doing? Like, he just recently fought Malik Hawkins, but still, he's not active enough. He need to get in the ring, man. He need to be active. He need to be really get into it. You know, you ain't gonna be no great boxer not boxing. And another guy that left Mayweather Promotions was Josue Vargas. He left Mayweather Promotions. Like, nah, because he said Floyd Mayweather was hating on him. It's like, yeah, and I believe so. Like, I can't. Nah, you need to leave Mayweather Promotions. That's why I would not sign with Mayweather Promotions, and I don't think Shakur Stevenson made a mistake by not signing with Mayweather Promotions. So that's what I think, man. He need to get up out of there, man. Stop messing with Floyd Mayweather. You know, appreciate what he done for you and bounce, cause that dude is he's a weirdo. Like, all respect to this dude, but he's a weirdo. He's weird. He's intimidated by other fighters' success, and yeah, he just need to leave. Leave Mayweather Promotions. I'm out.